Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? This your boy 005 Dynasty. I'm out the house, making that paper again, right? So anyway, I was watching sports and fitness rants, and, he's talking about LeBron James and, a whole bunch of cool stuff. It was funny. And one thing that sparked this video right here for me is, let me turn this off, is fans. I think that thing, like being a fan of somebody, or like really, really like being like a fan is weird. It's weird to me. It's weird. And I was thinking to myself, I said, am I a fan of somebody? And I was like, no, I don't have I'm not emotionally and fully invested into another person on this earth. I might like some things that some people do, and sometimes I might even go out and support. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a fan. And these people mentally, they get so wrapped up into being emotionally connected and bonded to people that don't even know them from a hole in the wall. That's weird. That's weirdo behavior, man. That's what a weirdo would do. My girl, right? She likes the rap artist Jay-Z. And if we get into a conversation talking about hip hop or talking about Jay-Z or whatever, and if I don't agree with her on certain things, she kind of gets mad and says I'm a hater. And I'm like, I'm not a hater. I'm just a person who just does not like what you're saying or what he does. It's not hating. You could like and dislike without being a hater. And it's so crazy to see how emotionally she is attached to this character, basically. You know what I mean? Most of these people who are famous, they are characters. They're made up. You're made to like them. They pump them out on national TV. They pump them out on the radio. They make them into superhuman beings. And then people, for some weird reason on this earth, they like people who seem better than them. That's weird. Why you people oh, princess this, princess that, king this, king that. They like people who are perceived to be better than them. Weird. That's weirdo behavior, man. And in the case of LeBron James, right? These people, there's some fans out there that will they won't get off their knees and come up for some air. They're literally down there, you know what I'm saying, choking. It's crazy, man. And the guy, LeBron James, don't know y'all from a hole in the wall. So how are you fanboying and trying to hold up some type of integrity for a person who doesn't hold integrity for themselves? That's craziness, man. It's crazy, dude. So when I'm listening to sports and fitness rants talk, I'm like, yeah, I totally agree, man. These people are mentally brainwashed into being fans of somebody who is perceived to be better than them because they're put on a TV screen and they showcase that they have money, and that's supposed to be it. That's crazy, man. I've never been a fan. I remember when my girl said, yo, you want to go to the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert? And I'm like, no. I don't care about, and I'm into hip hop. I do music. And I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know. But then I wound up going anyway. And I went to the concert with her just to show her support and be there with her. And I didn't like it, man. I didn't care. I didn't care about Beyonce out there shaking her butt. I didn't care about Jay-Z coming out doing the same boring ass show. I didn't care at all. But I just went. You know what I'm saying? And I would never go again. And I've never went again. That was my first and only concert. And she paid for it. I wasn't going to pay for that shit. So, but I'm in the stands, and I'm just sitting. It's like the Matrix. I'm in the stands, and I'm looking at all the people around me, and all these people are fanboying, fangirling for these people. Yeah, you go, girl. What? They're just regular humans on Earth. I couldn't understand it, man. I couldn't understand it, dude. I couldn't understand. And I remember back in the days, I used to like the Jabberwockies a lot, right? The dance and stuff like that. Cause I was a dance teacher, so I used to like them a lot. And then my girl found out that they was coming to New York, and she wanted me to go and see them, so she bought tickets for us to go and see them. So I go to see them, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, oh, I get to see them up close and personal and not just on YouTube, right? I go to see them. I like them and stuff like that, the performance. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And the people were there with the Jabberwocky mask on and everything, right? And you might say, like, I was a fan of them. You might say I was a fan of them at that time. This is many, many years ago. This is when they were really popping after they won America's Best Dance Crew, right? You might say I was a fan of them. You might say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to the show. I liked their dance style, and I used to tell my students, like, we need to be more like this, right? So, but I wasn't. The thing that's so crazy is my girl said, "You want to buy a T-shirt while we're here?" No. You want to get that mask while we're here? No. Like, any and everything that she was trying to offer me, I said no, because I'm not a fan boy. Like, I'm not a fan girl. I'm not fanning over them. I was a fan of the fact that it was how professional their dancing was. But I didn't care nothing about the characters behind the mask or the people that they were. So I don't follow them like, oh, I love this one, I love this one, oh, I love them, oh, I'll ride or die for them, I'll support them forever, blah, 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 blah. Nobody can say anything bad about them. No, they're great people. No, I didn't do that. And you know something that was crazy? The Jabberwockies had came out with a show after that where they was recruiting dancers to their show, right? Dancers were flying all over the world and try to get on the Jabberwocky team because they were trying to expand the Jabberwockies, right? They doing the show in Vegas, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And I remember there was this one kid that said, oh, I know the Jabberwockies, man. I follow y'all for a long time. And then they tried to say, oh, you follow us for a long time? They was like, well, who's the lucky three or some three or whatever? I forget what they call the three. It's always three Jabberwockies that always dance together, right? And he didn't remember it. So they try to like play him. They try to disrespect him and try to like alienate him and make him like the villain of the show. And I thought that was so fucked up, man. And then when I saw that, I never fucking supported the Jabberwockies again. I never watched this shit or nothing like that. Because it goes to show you how evil people are. Even if this guy might have been fluffing and he knows them, he might have been fluffing. You still don't treat nobody like that and make him a villain on national TV like that. And if I could find that clip, man, I'm going to try to find that clip too, man. But you don't do that to people, especially when you're supposed to be like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the LeBron Jameses of the world, all these other people of the world, oh, you don't do that, man. And I saw that video years ago. I've never forgot that, man. So these people are not who they say they are, man. They're not going to come out and be the real them. You know what I'm saying? When they trying to get that bag and trying to get the fan base and stuff like that. And then all the people that was watching the show, they was all hating on the kid after that because they're fanboying for the Jabberwockies instead of seeing the real. I always look for the real. So I never support them after that, man. It's crazy. Never fanboy in this world. That fanboying shit is crazy. Looking at people who got more than or perceived to have more than you, and you think they're supposed to be better than you. Never do that, man. I don't understand how people do it to begin with, but almost all these souls on earth do it, man. It's crazy, man. Like, I'm watching the guy, I think 2 days ago, this guy, Willjum. His name is Willjum. He posts Rust videos. You know, I told you I watched the Rust videos. And I'm watching a video, man. And I'm watching this video, and I just couldn't help. As I'm watching them, I just couldn't help to couldn't help to think, like, this content seems scripted. Like, and more scripted than what it usually is. Like, he does these videos where it's like cinematic. He's talking cinematically, and he's showcasing like his footage cinematically, which is the reason why people subscribe to him and like him, right? And on top of that, you know, he doesn't speak like a real man. You know what I'm saying? He speaks like more like, yeah, you know, Toucan Sam, you know, Fruit Loops, like, you know what I mean? Pause. But anyway, he's too sweet with it for me, though. You know what I'm saying? But I like the cinematic part, so I watch it for the cinematic part. But anyway, he's playing the game for like a week or whatever, right? And he recorded the whole thing and he put it together. And there was something that happened in the video where it was like, this shit is scripted. Where he fucking like literally was playing the game, and you got to build your base. He's building his base and he's fortifying his base, and it was like a good 3 or 4 days that he had footage of in the video game that he didn't fully fortify it to the point where nobody could take his base down. Then on the last day, this clan comes and they start raiding his base, and then they wind up defeating him in the battle and taking over his base. And then he also says, like, in the video, I should have put up external TCs to protect my base to protect my base more. But that was on like the 5th day or 7th day. I can't remember what day it was, but maybe like 3 or 4 days before that, there was a span of, like, he said it in the video, it was like 3 days where there was no action on the server. So if there's 3 days with no action on the server, you mean to tell me in that's 24 hours a day, my dude. 24 hours a day, you didn't think, or you didn't go outside. You've been playing this game for 4,000, 10,000, 20,000 hours. You have so much time. You play with all the best Rust players. You didn't go out and fortify your base. You didn't put the external TCs in on your first day. You could have built external TCs, and by the 3rd day, I saw he had so much loot in his base. He could have had like 30 TCs protecting his base, so nobody could build the raid base anywhere near him. But he didn't do it. You want to know why? Because it was scripted content, man. And then the crazy part is, I was going down the comment section, I was reading the comments, and I saw the people were praising him for the video. Mentally, they couldn't even see how scripted this shit was, man. Because why? Because they so fucking fanboy, man. Mentally brainwashed into liking somebody that they think is at a higher standard than them in life, better than them. And I wrote a comment. I had to say that. I had to say what I said. I said like something like, this seems kind of weird. Like, you had all those days when there was no action really, but you didn't fortify your base. That seems kind of weird. Like, it seemed like you basically scripting your content. And it's scripted, man. I'm telling you, it's scripted. It's scripted for the climax. It's scripted because if he had external TCs up and no raid base could be built anywhere near him, how could they take down his base? Especially if he's as skilled as he is at the game, they can't. But to have the rockets hitting his base and him going through the whole turmoil and stuff, like trying to defend it, is scripted content, man. This shit is scripted, man. Now I know. And this guy almost he got 1 million. He got 1.5 million, something like that, like 1.5 million subscribers. But it's scripted, man. It's all like a movie. That's what it is. That's what it is. But I don't like being manipulated like that when I'm watching videos. I don't like that. I think further than the average and normal person. And as I'm watching your video, I'm watching your video. For every nuances. I want to see the flaws that you have in your video or the positive things you got in your video, but I'm watching it, listening to your music, listening to your voice, how you speak. You know what I'm saying? You all on that soft shit. That soft talking that he does too, man. Oh, guys. Oh, this, man. How y'all know it's me? All that shit. Come on, man. A real man don't talk like that, man. That shit is fucking pathetic, dude. I can't, dude. I can't, man. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I mean, this is your boy Old Five Dynasties giving my humble opinion, man. I think people who are fanboying, there's tons of y'all. I mean, millions and billions of y'all. Actually, there's so many fanboying and fangirls out there. I think y'all are weirdos, man. I could support somebody without being like a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? You could watch and like stuff and appreciate it without fanboying. So I would never fanboy over anybody else. No John Barkeys, no LeBron James, no Will Jim, no any of these people, man. Like, no, I like Arsonist is my favorite musical producer. I like Arsonist. I like the way he does it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not fanboying over him. I don't have his T-shirts. I don't have his merch. I'm not trying to get in contact with him and say, yo, can I come? You can sign an autograph for me? I'm not doing none of that, man. I'm not doing none of that, period, man. And I wouldn't want anybody to do that for me. No, I don't do that for Old Fire Dynasty. I'm a musician and everything. I'm well into entertainment. I don't need no fanboys and fangirls. No. Hold me to a higher standard. That's what I need. I need people to hold me to a higher standard and make sure I stand on business and I have integrity in this world and with my life. That's what I need. This your boy 005 Dynasty. And don't forget to Google me.